What's up, crew? Welcome to another video. My name is John Conte, aka Big Man Syndrome, and that sounded way too much like a talk show, but that's alright. It's cool. It's fine. Today I'm going to touch the E36. It's been too long, and I've got a little thing that I can do really quickly, and then depending on how much more time I have today or in the next couple days before I edit this video, I think I might take out the intake manifold to start a process that I've mentioned to get some things out of the way to start rewiring again for the S52 to see if I can just get it to start before I give up and go to the Ellis swap.
Do it! Just do it!
I bought another kit that will replace what I've already adapted in there for the ICV, which I think it was from Drift HQ, so it might be better than the kit that I've got in there, and it'll situate the ICV better. Right now it feels like it's loose, and maybe that's one of the issues of trying to get this thing to start. But cross that bridge when we get there. Today what we're gonna focus on here is getting that little guy, because it didn't work inside the Evo, into the E36. It's probably gonna be too small still, but I think I'm okay with that when it comes to this car, because I'm not going for comfort in this one. I'm going for, you know, being stuck in one place when I try to go sideways. When we did try to drift this thing, I did feel like I was not sat well in place. And I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be too dark in here, but we don't have seats in there anymore. I sold the vaders. I know, E36 purists, you might be like, what? I just, I got the seat. Selling those vaders actually offset the cost of that seat. So now it's no longer an expense. It's good, it's all settled.
What the fuck?
The other thing that I got, which I haven't shown yet, are Garagistic's super low profile adapters. So this will allow me to bolt to the ground of the E36 and then attach the new bucket seat to the E36. This should be a fairly quick project.
Right.
I'm gonna throw my action camera up and do a time lapse so that we don't have to worry about moving the camera around. I've got a limited time here before I need to go work out, and I thought maybe I can just at least get this project done really quick. Once I have time, I'll set up this camera again and we'll do a quick review. Was this an easy project for me to do? I'll give you some of the big man reviews in that seat. So let's get to work. In true big man fashion, I think I put it in backwards the first time, or the opposite of what it's supposed to be. There's two plates for the Garagistic seat mounts or adapters. What am I, 196? What in the hell? And this happens with every single install video I do, apparently, is do your research ahead of time. I somehow always put myself in a position where I'm just rushing into a project and didn't do enough research beforehand. And typically it happens a lot more with something that seems so straightforward that I'm like,
I don't need no.
inside towards the transmission tunnel. I'm pretty sure it's backwards because the seat, even pushed all the way towards the transmission tunnel as far as it can go, was still too close to the driver door and was not centered to the steering wheel. Took everything apart. By that point, got the plates back in place, but didn't have time to put the seat brackets in place. So, and now I don't quite have enough time. I have 10 minutes. I might try to get as far as I can in those 10 minutes. Now I just need to put the seat brackets in, then I'll fit the seat. And I wish it was easier to do all this because positioning the seat is really difficult to eyeballing it to make sure that it is centered with the steering wheel, because I can't get to the bolts that fasten the brackets in place when the seat's on it because there's not enough room there. I'm also finding that it's probably not back far enough for my tallness, but we're gonna have to cross that bridge later because right now I don't really have a solution for that. I might just have to make new bolt holes later. I'm gonna set a 10-minute timer and I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna try to get as far as I can, and I hope it's far enough. So that 10 minutes went by fast, but then when I got back into it, I ran into a new problem, which is there's a maximum as far back as I can go with the NRG brackets on the Garagistic plates. I thought I was recording a video, but I ended up recording a time lapse of me trying to explain this. So here I am trying to reiterate. But as you can see, there's a max on the holes as far back as it can go, and it's not quite as far as how it was in the other way. So my tallness really is screwed in this one. All right, moment of truth. See if I am centered. It's not tightened all the way anywhere. Well, I guess it's tightened down to the bracket. Okay, it feels a little bit more centered. But the moment of truth really is putting this on. Sorry for my short shorts. I work out and there's a lot of running in Orange Theory. It's definitely, you know what? This feels very centered. It is fully reclined, like literally fully reclined. I think I have to do that if I lift the back end, I'm gonna be too tall here, this is in a good spot. And then I'm close enough to the wheel where this is comfortable. Problem is I'm still super bent. And I gotta like look into how LZ did it. He says he's tall. I don't know how tall. If anybody knows how tall LZ is, I'm sure I can Google it. Let me know down in the comments. Like, is he further back? Does he have a different bracket that I should have bought on Drift HQ? So the only thing that I can think about doing is maybe doing something that moves the brackets back even further. Not sure how it would do that. I don't know. We'll find out. Once again, do your research. From a big person perspective, if you're a 6'4", 300 plus pounds, this is an okay setup. Now, I haven't driven this, so I don't know how comfortable this is trying to rip turns and go sideways. But at least sitting here right now, I'm a wide shoulder. My back is pretty tucked in. I think there's bigger seats. So if you're on a budget, I think this is one of the cheaper NRG seats that you can get. It's comfortable. It's a little squished. Doesn't recline. Somehow this feels better than it did in the Evo. There's a little bit more space, and I think that has to do with the bracket that's being used, or maybe it's the car too, because the E36 is definitely a little bit longer. But I'm gonna try to keep that as the quick review. As far as DIY is concerned, I definitely say this is DIY-able, but like I said in the sort of middle part of this video, do your flipping research. That might be my shirt. Adam LZ's got the freaking tire fires because he always setting tires on fire. Mine might be do your research. DYR. And even if you're doing it together. So on this channel, we have a rating system. I do plan on making a video that explains the whole entire rating system, but it's just like the movies because Prjct.Garage, abbreviated as PG, and PG is parental guidance for movies. For this, it just means that this is your lowest barrier to entry, easiest, like an air intake, super PG. This one might be maybe a little bit PG-13 because you might need to like spend a little extra time. You're gonna run into some issues. It's, you know, it's definitely not hard, but you can get stuck. Like, I spent way more time than I thought I was going to, which always happens. I'm gonna say PG-13. It's not the easiest of them all, but it's also not too hard. It's definitely not gonna get you stuck. And whether or not you DIY or DIT, that's the other side of this channel where it's like, are projects worth DIYing? Do it yourself? Or should you try to find a friend and DIT? Do it together? Or should you just don't? Send it to a shop. This is definitely not shop worthy. Don't pay somebody else to do this. This is definitely between DIY and do it together. Find someone, one of your friends who've maybe done it before or a little bit more experienced than you are. Or in my case, not very patient. I'm not very patient, so I need a friend who's more patient than me who could be like, wait, before you bolt that in, let's do this. So I'm gonna stop yammering there. That's enough talking for this one. Kind of excited because I've been wanting to get rid of the vaders for a long time, and now I've got a racing seat in my race car that doesn't move. Crap. Also, I thought this was going to be something I needed to sell, and now that it's in a new home and feels good. Cool. And then for positioning, it's definitely a little further back than stock, but I think the next thing I do to this is going to be right here. And I know I said I was going to probably take the manifold out. I think I'm going to save that for another video. Because I'm running out of time of like things that I can do right now. I'm gonna go work on Project Pod so that it's ready to upload Wednesday. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is try to get this locked in, get the brakes bled so that I can freaking use this. But I guess quickly, I bought from Drift HQ this plate. I'm really excited about it because I don't have it in here, do I? I tried to make my own but it was with like an aluminum piece from a battery box, and it was very flexible. That's why there's already a bolt here, and then there's this rib nut here, because I made it bigger, and it literally was just like this, which is hilarious. And then I think I was looking at something else, scrolled down and saw that. I was like, wait a minute, this is exactly what I need. That's it for today, crew. Thanks for watching. If you're new, consider joining the crew. Got a lot of videos like this coming in the future, working on the E36. I got some more ideas for the Evo, and then of course I'm always working on sound systems for the truck, I guess, because I'm never satisfied. Also, by joining the channel today, you're going to enter to win a set of Harbor Freight, or a set of Icon wrenches from Harbor Freight, and I'm going to be throwing in a Daytona jack as well with Jackstands, so that you can be ready to do even the simplest tasks like changing your oil on your own. Because I think bare minimum, that is a tool that every car enthusiast needs. By joining the crew today, you're entering for that and any future giveaways, because in order to be in any of our giveaways, you're going to have to be a subscriber, bare minimum. There's going to be other ways to enter in the future as we do different types of giveaways, but for the most part, we're going to be giving away garage stuff. We're of course going to join the car game as well, just because that seems to be one of the biggest draws, but we're going to try to do it differently as we can. And if you're not new, you know what to do. Hit the like button, leave a comment, share this video. Those are the ways that help grow the crew. And until the next one, I'll see you later, crew. Oh, and go spend some money on your money pit. Let's go. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I get let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas.